So here we go again. Another day, another problem with the railroad. Broken rail was at Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn today by Atlantic Terminal. And then we can blame Amtrak today for the problem going into Penn Station. And here's a proof right here. Quickly look at this. Third rail damage on one of the Amtrak's East River tunnels. And because of this, the MTA had to use the subways to cross honor people with the E at Jamaica Center, Kew Garden Station, Union Turnpike, and Forest Hill 71st Avenue, along with the Atlantic Terminal for 2 and 3, and on the 7 at Woodside. So the MTA did the right thing today, but let's just quickly read this. Okay, I'm double checking this, everyone, because you know me, I like to read my information first before I like to read it. Okay, let me highlight this part. Starting before 6 a.m., the railroad informed people traveling to Penn Station to anticipate delays, cancellations, diversions because of the damage to the third rail in one of the Amtrak's East River tunnels. And this is why Amtrak has to do this 5 to 6 month long project into Penn, because they want to prevent future problems like what happened today. By 10 o'clock, this little technical difficulty, but we could fix this. That's better. By 10 a.m., delays were reduced to average about 10 to 15 minutes with full service into and out of Penn, restored shortly before 11 a.m. So, going to give credit today. MTA was on it. MTA made sure that the evening rush will be fine, because I'm sure, I haven't looked it up, and I'm sure more trains were added due to the snowstorm that's coming tomorrow, with 3 to 6 inches expected to come to the 5 boroughs. Yet, as in rush hour, I don't know what is going on with this. There we go. Yet, as the rush hour wound down shortly before 9 a.m., the railroad also suspended service between Jamaica and Queens and Atlantic Terminal because of a broken rail by Nostrand Avenue. Service was restored by 9:30 this morning, while crews worked to repair the broken rail. Westbound trains bound for Penn were canceled, and others were diverted to Atlantic Terminal. And then we had trains end their route. Come on. We had trains end their route in Jamaica, where passengers could transfer to another train into Penn, and that's why you saw that service status today. And then one man today said, "This is common." And this has been going on for a week now, thanks to this cold weather. See? Here we go again. Here we go again with Long Island Railroad. Have people had enough? Honestly, people have had enough of this. It's just common now that every day this is part of the news cycle that the Long Island Railroad's just having problems again. And John from Pine Power, he has talked about it the past couple days. He's never seen the railroad this bad before. Well, I am still very concerned about this Amtrak work. I wonder if it's going to screw up the lines. And maybe the Babylon Riders are going to do what's coming to them, because they're just a bunch of ingrates when it comes to all the fancy train service they get compared to how crowded the trains get on the Ronkonkoma line. I'm sorry for calling them snobs, but at this point, they're getting what's coming to them. They really are. I'm sorry for saying that with this Amtrak work. And if it does happen, well, teaches them a lesson. And it teaches them that Patrick Nowakowski is not their so-called perfect leader. Alright, so before I rant and rave, because I don't want this video going on that long, I'll leave the article in the description. We had a minor problem earlier this morning with the 7. There was a sick passenger at Queensboro Plaza. Oh, here we go. My bad. Court Square. That's what happened. So, 7 trains were ending at Queensboro Plaza because of a sick passenger at Court Square. And again, I have always said this to my strap hangers. If you don't feel well, don't go past the turnstiles. But apparently, people are just arrogant and they could care less. And screw us. And not to mention the 7's just crappy as it is. 7 train service resumes later on this morning. Let's just double check what time it came back on service. I always like to double check my information. So 7 train service resumed this morning at, believe it or not, 6 a.m. So there we go. MTA got on it very quickly, but you know me, I still get antsy about express subway service, and that's the video I have today. I don't want to make it that long. I want to edit it and upload it already so I get the information out to you guys. Don't forget sports, politics, and more at 8 o'clock on UCY TV.